3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Forex Trading Show. Forex trading live every weekday morning. Real trades, real profits, zero analysis. Set back, relax, and get ready to profit. And now, your host, Terry from FXWithTerry.com.
Good morning, fellow Forex traders. Thursday already. Time is flying by. Had closure of the trades in the free signals feed. You guys should all have access to that if you're in the group. FXWithTerry.com. Come on into the Discord group. If you go to the trade signals free area, it will take you. In fact, let's go look at something. Let's see if I can get this to work properly. So let's click. Let's see here. What's the best way for me to do this? All right. I don't want to mess with this morning. Anyway, I switched this entire thing up and got rid of my browser sharing. And for me to do that while I'm live is just going to piss me off. So here we're looking at the free signals account closure last night. Who knows what you bid? I don't know what you bid. But if you look at the signal that came out, it closed $6,763.92. You could bid 10 cents, you could bid $10, you could bid more, you could bid less, whatever you're doing. But that turned out pretty good. So ultimately it was the AUD JPY trade. The Japanese yen pushed so far against on all of these trades. It was insane. I learned my lesson in that I continually say something, which is, this is a good time to enter. I'm not going to tell you that anymore. Because I've seen people do really well with that, but I've also seen people enter and enter and enter. Like the system, if the system was in 4 trades, someone was entering into 10 total. And then they wonder why they're taking a loss. This has to come down to your discretion. And it feeds right into something, a small little transition I'm going to do here with the high profit feed, a temporary transition, given market conditions, given the fact that the high profit feed, the AI is sending out a range of prices. And what will happen is if you enter at the, if you do a market order when the AI is saying a range of prices, the market makers are, they know where your stop is, and they just dump a bunch of money in, take everybody's stop out, and then they move in the direction of the trade, right? Every time. It's a tough game. Part of it will tell you, makes you think, well, let's just enter the trade, not set a stop, risk more, and then it goes in our direction. It's possible if you have a big enough account to do that. But typically people are out here trading with $1,000 accounts and, trying to trade US 30 or NAS 100, and it's just not the best idea. To make money, to make the big bucks in Forex trading, if that's what you are going for, and I'm going to show you pretty soon here how you don't have to go for that. There's an alternative. There's an alternate way, which I'll be revealing. I continue to talk about it. I'm excited about it. And if Vegas wasn't coming up in a week here, and if I hadn't promised that I was going to reveal the insider stuff to those people that are showing up in Vegas first, I would have released this already. So I'm excited to put that out there. And even if you feel like you're having trials and tribulations with, especially, the current high profit feed where it's like the market makers know. They know you're going to buy US 30 right here, right? I can show you today, like the price just pushed way down because of the high impact news. everybody, not just us, like, every AI system in the world and every trader started entering buy signals, buy. And unfortunately, the market makers can see that. So they know they got the price just tanked, right? And to tank it, they're in drawdown, okay? They're in trillions of dollars worth of drawdown. I'll guarantee you that. At least billions of dollars worth of drawdown, if not tens of millions of dollars worth of drawdown when the price drops like that. And they know it has to go back up. They have to bring it back up. But they're going to push it down, take out some stops, push it down again, take out some stops, and then they go. And, I can't tell you to trade without a stop. And I wouldn't send that to you in an automated way. But frankly, when I enter these things, typically I'm taking the high profit signal, the high profit feed, I'm taking it as a signal, and I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to offer that up to you, and we're going to make a short change here. We'll get into that. Let's go through the trades here. I'm getting way the fuck far ahead of myself here. So there are no trades currently in the free signal. They'll come out. Trust me. We've had some decent movement, but let me go back to pause. And what we will do here is we're going to jump into the next feed and account that I like to look at. It is this one. Not going to reveal to you the open trades, but this is it's a combination, the 10 pip hybrid feed and the high profit feed. And I'm going to, for those in the know, I'm going to lean on something here. Okay. And if you know, you know. If you don't, it'll go right past you. It's the concept of net profit. Okay. Net profit. I'm going to show you something here. This is a combination, before I reveal it, before I go to the screen, combination of the 10 pip hybrid, very stable, standard currency pair feed, and the high profit signal feed, which has been taking an ass licking this week. Okay. So yeah, I just said that because I'm trying to get some attention here. So net profit, $9,673 in the account. It all depends on what you bid, right? Did we take some US 30 hits? Absolutely. It's the one that I was showing you. And in fact, let me pause 1 second. Let me go look at an account, see if I can share this with you. Yeah, so check this out. I jumped into US 30 when we got stopped out, and I can't really tell you to do that, right? This is a real live account. I'm up. In fact, I probably should take profit right here. Let's take a look at the chart. Did I set a stop loss? Fuck, no, I didn't. Did I set a take profit? No, I didn't. So look at that. It's probably got a lot farther to go. Maybe what I'll do is I'll move my stop up to here, the bottom of this current candle. I'll look at what the price is. I'll do this in real time. I'm going to copy that price. I just draw a line on the chart, and then I'm going to go to the trade here and modify it. And I'm going to set that stop loss. That way I'm at least in profit. I'm going to let this run, and I'm going to show you guys how to do this. Okay? Because it's one thing to send out some automated trade. It's another thing for the market makers. I get so angry. It's another thing for the market makers to just take you the fuck out, because they can see your trade. And guess what they can also see? They can also see that your stop loss was right here. Boom! And then they go up. Boom! Hit your stop loss and go up. It's like clockwork. And I can't tell you to trade without stops. And I don't think I'd ethically want to send an automated trade to you. High profit, not standard currency pairs. We don't use stop losses on standard currency pairs. But for me to send a trade to you automatically without a stop loss, I don't feel comfortable doing that. So I'm going to make a little bit of a transition. A little bit. Now, anything that I lost this morning in this account is 100% made up right now. I mean, look at this. I've made it up. And you guys aren't in this trade unless you paid attention to me calling it out. And I know that's a little bit unfair, like, because shit's happening really fast. So I have a fix. I have something where you can do exactly this, but you need to take your own risks. And I guess I just don't feel like sending the risk automatically to your account right now. It was just like my NAS trade where I called it out and I took profit about $800 and some dollars. So I hope this is going to run. We'll see if it does. You know damn well it's probably going to back out to my stop, but I'm at least, wherever my stop is right now, I'm at least covering any losses I had for the day. And listen, this is a tough game. This is a tough game. We will overcome it. And frankly, without risk, there's no reward. Without risk, there's no reward. And, if you look at my trade here, you can see I set the stop right now. I got no TP. I had no stop because I was like, you know what? The only way to win this game this morning and most of the time is to just take the signal from the AI, go look at the chart and go, look at this chart. Isn't it obvious right here? This is the 30-minute chart. Isn't it obvious that the price just tanked and that all of the institutions are in drawdown from here down to here? They've got to make up this area up here. And guess what? That is exactly where it's headed. That's just how it works. But it's these little, I'm going to use some harsh words. It's these squeamish little wussy ass entries, right? That all of us make. Like, well, I want to make $2,000, but my stop's only $30. It sucks, right? And on the other hand, in this particular case, I believe if you looked at the AI system was entering right here. And then it just pushed that much harder. And I'm like, okay, I'm out, right? I'm out, but I'm watching this. And, you got to be careful chasing the price and getting all emotional about it. But I'm like, there's massive imbalance there. If you come down to a lower time frame, let's look at, damn it, that's not what I want. Yeah, you know what? Maybe it's even more apparent on the 1 hour chart, just that level of imbalance, right? The AI system entered right here, I believe. And it was wrong. And so, stopped out. It entered again, got stopped out. And I was like, all right, the only way to handle this is now to use my human brain and look at this and start looking at the RSI 4 and start going, okay, got to see if I can recover from this, right? It's up $1,500. This is a live account. It's up $1,500 right now. Am I greedy? Am I just going to let it go to the top up here? Am I hoping it comes up here to this, RSI 85%? There's still a level of imbalance here. And I think it's going to go to at least half of that imbalance. So, I mean, hell, what would I be in? I'll be in $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 profit at that point. If it comes back and stops me out, I'm at profit. And that's really what we're trying to get to. I'm not as much profit as I want. Am I greedy? Am I gambling? Did I risk it all with this? Oops. Did I risk it all with this? I did. It only comes from experience. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a leg up and a heads up to what I'm thinking right now. Okay. I think I told you a few days ago that the high profit feed, the AI is sending out, the neural network concept is sending out these high profit trades, gold, US 30, NAS, and it's giving a range of prices. And what's interesting is that if you entered at the opposite end of that range, I'll give you an example. So if it says, and I'm going to be really simple here. If it says buy gold and the range is from 4 to 8, right? I know that's not a realistic, but I'm just using the number as a concept. Buy gold, range 4 to 8 on the price. Okay. If you're buying, you might want to be at the front end. If you're selling, you might want to be at the back end of the price, or vice versa. And what I notice is when I run it on a test account and I say, you know what, let's enter at the other end of the range of the price at a better price, right? So if you're buying and you're buying at either 4 or 8, you're better off buying at 4. If you're selling at 4 or 8, you're better off selling at 8. And it's going to come down to 4, right? As an example. So I need a little bit of time to reprogram the auto system, because the auto system takes the intelligence and sends the trade, right? The intelligence is flawed in the sense that it's given a range. So the easiest thing for me to do with you, and really how the entire industry does it, is I'm going to send you, I'll set up, for example, right here, here's my thinking. It's a temporary concept here. I'm going to stop sending you the trades automatically, and I'm going to start posting the trade and the price range in Telegram. Why Telegram? Because you can make the signal extremely loud, and I've done that. I've come up with I've set a custom audio. I went out and got this just horns and guitar and crazy stuff, and I set up a custom audio only for that particular channel that I want to be notified on. And I mean, it's just guitars and whistles and horns, and goes off, and you can do the same thing. If you want help with that, I'll put some sort of tutorial together. But that's why I like Telegram. So I'm going to send the signal, the trade, to Telegram and allow you to now go look at the chart and enter at the better price that is being suggested, or at potentially a better price than is even being suggested. Because that's really what I did here. I'd looked at it and I was like, you know what? The system is entering market orders where the price is, but it's saying you probably should enter in this range, and the other end of the range is probably the better price, right? So, Derek says, I did a train horn, scared the crap out of me in the middle of the night. Yeah, well, I'm used to the horns and all the guitar sound and all that stuff that I attach to the Telegram channel. So, frankly, it is a little insane in this market to send what is called a high profit trade automatically to your account, because mathematically I have to send it out at a base lot size that is really, it's really not good for everybody, because everybody's account is a different size. I'd rather right now temporarily send you and say, hey, you could buy US 30 right now, or gold or whatever. Here's the best price range. And I'll say this without saying, I'll show the take profit, right? I'll show the stop loss, but you might want to kind of like take a look at the chart, enter at your own risk, type of thing. When I say risk, what bid, so on and so forth. So yeah, pretty straightforward. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send the high profit feed to, let me put this up there. Mark asked a question. Mark says, are you doing this with all the high profit feed instruments? Yeah, I'm just going to send it out as a signal, and right now, until I see some sort of, we go back to a little bit of market stability. I think it's just better off giving you the discretion instead of just firing off a bunch of trades, and it may or may not be something you want to be in. It may or may not be the best price to get in at that particular moment. So we're going to use discretion, and I'll give you some guidance. You'll see that the results will work out better, and I will figure out a way. That's really what I want to do. I want a week or two to kind of figure out what's the best way to send the signal at a better price. It's possible, but I can't do it on the fly, and I don't want to use people's live accounts. If you're using the high profit feed on a live account, I don't want to use it as a test bed. So I'm just going to back out a little bit. Focus on the 10 pip hybrid feed right now. It's doing extremely well. In fact, let's go take a look. Give me 1 second here. Let's switch accounts, and I'm going to look at the overall feed, the one that's getting all of the standard pairs. We've had some really decent movement. So right now, we have about, I'm going to count these because it's not as much as normal. We had some really good closures last night. The number of trades that are in the overall system feed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 trades. Normally we've had about double that. And if I go to the history, you can take a look here. This is all of the standard pair feeds, all of the standard pair trades. Closed $5,586.72. And looking good. Looking good. There's always challenges. There's always anomalies. I have to tell you, let's go over to, let me pause for a minute here and set up the browser. Give me 1 second. So someone had said that what happened to Euro JPY? And I'm like, what do you mean what happened, right? It's funny because I can sit there and say that my trades don't lose, right? However, the market will do things like it did this morning on Euro JPY. It did a 35 pip drop in a 5-minute period. And why did that happen? So if you ever wonder why something happened, right? It was this candle right here, did a 35 pip drop. And if you'll look at this, so JPY is tentative all day. We all know that the JPY, the yen, has just been going ape shit. And Euro JPY, it got a 35 pip drop. What happens when that happens? When news is released and you get a 35 pip drop, what's interesting is if you go look at the volatility on Euro JPY, 100.67 pips per day in the last 4 weeks. That's pretty high for Euro JPY, okay? And British pound, Japanese yen, usually it's GBP NZD that's the highest. Look at GBP JPY, 130 pips. 130 pips a day over average over a 4-week period. That's a lot. So what happens when you get a 35 pip burst like that because of high impact news? What happens is they jack the spread up. And the spread goes from a little narrow strip to really wide. And when that strip goes wide, it can freak the system out that there's so much volume, you're better off getting out than having it go so far against you that you can't scale back into it fast enough. So it all happens really fast. This, we're looking at the 5-minute candle. I guess if I go down to the 1 minute, if we can see where the spike was. I really got to adjust this. The spike, it looks like it was right in here. Let me adjust this a little bit. Let's see here. So 25th, 1258. So you got this spike, and then it started dropping. Another huge wick spike, and then it came back up. So it was this area here. If you took a loss on Euro JPY, it wasn't for any reason other than the high impact news and the massive volatility. Plus, I said Euro JPY is up at the top of the list of volatility, moving 100 pips a day. I don't think it normally is not that volatile. So I believe that is what I wanted to show you. Let me come back here and make a point on one thing. Let's come back to this. All right, cool. So yeah, I'm going to right now, my initial thinking was I'm going to send the high profit feed to a Telegram channel, and I'll give you guys access to it. Um, and that's the best way, temporary fix, until I can get the AI system to do a little bit better price entry. Because everything I've tried has just been kind of generic in general and not giving me what I want. In the end, if I were to be straight honest with you, look at that trade. Let's go back and look at it. Let's go look at my live trade, see where it's at right now. It's hovering. It's hovering right there. Let's pull the chart up. Yeah, so I mean, it might take all day to get back to this area up here. We'll see what happens. So, as I was saying, I'll finish the thought and then we'll stop here. As far as high volatility trading with the high profit feed, you're actually much better off getting a signal from the system and making your human choice to bid properly, given the market conditions, given your account size, and I will be giving some play-by-play assistance, and I'll also show my results because I'm going to do the same thing. Like I really don't want the automation right now. I want to be able to have it go, hey, sir, you probably could trade this instrument in this way, and then let me go look at it. And guess what I'm also looking at? I'm also looking at the high impact news. So I'll try to give a little bit of a running commentary of what I'm thinking and what I'm doing, and also show you my results. Because what I've found is when I do my own human intervention with these high profit trades, gold, US 30, I end up making a little bit better decision by getting the signal, hey sir, you could take this trade, and me kind of looking at the feed, looking what's going on, go look at the news and go, well, the AI is giving me this price range. I'd like to be in at a better price range than where I'm at right at this moment. Because it typically will say market order price, and then you could also enter this in at the other end of the range, which is a better price, right? And typically what I'm finding is if I wait for the better price, I'm not getting taken out by the market makers that just push it down and take out your stop, push it up and take out your stop. And frankly, a lot of times I'm entering without a stop. Hate to tell you that, but I'm entering without a stop, and I'm watching it and I'm manually getting out if I'm like, you know what, it's pushing too far. But if it's just going to push a few pips right and hit my stop and then go, in fact, that is what the market has been doing. I mean, go look at the gold trades. It takes us out, runs in the direction. Takes us out, runs in the direction. So I just started doing some manual entries without a stop loss. Let it try to take me out, doesn't exist. Moves up, set my stop loss to break even, let it roll. And I've been doing better manually because of that. So hopefully that makes sense. We'll talk more about it. I'll give you a little bit more running commentary. And like I said, I'll get this set up in Telegram today, and set up your Telegram notifications. If you need help, I'll give you some guidance where you can download a really loud audio file and attach it to your Telegram, to the channel that I'll give you access to. And you'll just get better notifications. And I think you're going to do a little bit better in this current market than just being forced into an auto trade. So we'll get back to that. I'm gonna do some custom programming, but this market, you've got to overcome and adapt. It's like a Marine, overcome and adapt. That's what we're going to do. So that's it. Appreciate you watching. Here it is Thursday morning, tomorrow, end of the week. Friday, I will be here live, and we'll see what plays out. I don't believe there's much news. There's a little bit of news, U.S. news, coming early tomorrow morning. Look at that. We're up almost $1,700. So what's interesting, I was down to $2,000 in this account this morning. I got it up another $800 by doing that NAS trade that I called out with a stop. And look, I'm up over $4,000 right now. I was down to $2,000. So, people that are like, this doesn't work. It works. Can you work it? It works. Will you work it? Right? Mark, let me put that up there. Mark says, I actually like that setup given the strange market we've been in lately. Yeah, I know. Listen, I constantly overcoming and adapting here. May miss a few, but at least we can make the decision to get in or not. You're not. Here's the thing, Mark. If you're missing anything, it's probably good that you're missing it, right? In this market condition. Like I said, I'm going to do my best to give a good, solid running commentary. I'm going to say, here's what the AI says. Here's what I'm doing. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to give you some of my best guidance, and we'll talk more about it. So anyway, that's it. Still excited about the future. And I will tell you this, I'm even more excited about releasing to you what is coming up after Vegas, because given the current market volatility with metals and indices, what I'm going to tell you is going to change your life for the better. In the end, I'm going to show you how to take a $10 profit and turn it into tens of thousands of dollars. Okay? So if all you had to do was make $10 worth of profit, that takes all of the pressure off of trying to make the profit on the front end here, which is Forex. Okay? Forex it is for me, and it's going to become for you a conduit for future riches if you do it properly. Just my take on it. Don't pay no attention to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's it. I will see you tomorrow morning, Friday, bright and early. We'll go over what has transpired since then. Take care.
Thank you for joining us on the Forex Trading Daily Live Show. Get access to all of the free trades with full auto trading at fxwithterry.com. Be sure to subscribe and get notified of the daily live stream. And get ready for your next profitable Forex trade.